everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Ria Simone. I'm a self-taught artist from London, but today I come with something so exciting. I've been waiting to do this kind of video for ages. On my Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, Ria Simone with 2 eyes. I asked on stories with a poll whether you guys wanted me to film my next shoe custom, and then I also asked whether you wanted to see the whole process or just the painting, and it was a resounding whole process. The shoe that I'm going to be customizing is the ever classic Air Force Ones. Yeah, I've removed all the swooshes which have designs on. You can go and check them out over on my Instagram. I have a post for each one. This No Signal one was actually a bit more than the swoosh. So as you can see on this foot, it's quite black. But I'm gonna show you that is okay. So I've got my shoes ready. The first thing we need to do is create our design. So let's get into step 1. Let's go. First things first is a sketch, a rough sketch. I've just used a really nice soft pencil to put in some rough composition wise where I want things to go. Like this part of the process, you can be as free as you want. You don't have to be really precise. It's just about jotting down some ideas, you know, whatever comes to mind, just put it down and see what happens. And then this is also the time where you can move things around and see what works and what isn't working. Once you have your sketch in place and you're pretty much happy with how it's looking, then we can start to define things and make things a little bit more clearer. And I start that by doing a nice clean line work. I've cleaned up all my lines. They're looking nice and smooth. Everything is in place and it's looking good. So now that my foundation is there, I know exactly where everything needs to go. We can start going into some color. So I went in and I added in my base colors. So I'll go into colors, and as you can see, I've got all my colors here. After I've got all my colors in, I like to go in with some shadows and some highlights, and as you can see, like, it just elevates the piece so well. So this is just the outside of the shoe. I have also designed the toe box, and this is what I've come up with, just using that same design that I have on the bucket hat. I haven't actually designed the inside of the shoe just yet. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do, but I think that will come once I start actually painting onto the shoes. But now that we've done our design, it is now time to prep our shoes. So for that, I'm going to be using masking tape. I believe this is called Scotch tape. And then I'm going to also be using some acetone with some cotton pads. And then you may also need I think they call it an X-Acto knife. Is this thing on? Okay, let's go. So that is all our prep work done. We've taped our shoes, we've acetoned them. So the next step is to put our design onto the shoe. Now I have loads of different methods that I use for this. I can use the tracing paper method. Sometimes I'll freehand, and sometimes I will use stencils. But I think it's time that we move on so we can really jump into the painting part of this, because that's the most fun, right? So let's do it. guys, coming to you from the iPhone because I think I made a mistake. As you can see, I've started painting. However, I think I need to go in with a base coat. I need to put like a white coat down or a light grey or something, because the colours are not really popping. Even though I'm layering and layering, I'm just not really feeling how it looks. So I think I need to go in and put down a base coat. Okay, here we are. Finally, we're here. The shoes have been painted. Everything is all done. I've also gone in and put on my top coat. I'm using the Liquid Kicks matte top coat, and then I just used an Angelus flat brush to apply it. If you have an airbrush, you can do that as well. Whew, I learned a lot doing this. This is my first ever full custom. But the last thing for me to do now is just to take off all this tape, clean up any areas that need cleaning, stick in some laces, and then get some final shots. If you're thinking about doing your first custom, this is your sign to go and do it. I'm so happy as well that I went with an original concept. I think that was a really good shout. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a journey, but we got there. But before we get into the final shots, if you made it this far to the video, first of all, thank you. Make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. But let's get into the final shot, shall we?